Shout us out.
I'm very new to this, but yes.
Okay.
Alright. Ready, Rob?
Yeah.
Alright. How many of you guys have a favorite quote? Okay. Evan.
No.
Okay, anyone else?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have one?
No.
No? What do you, bro?
My favorite quote is, sorry for your understanding and thank you for the inconvenience.
Okay, that's a good one. One last one. John?
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength.
Okay, let's go, man. So for my speech, I had to pick a quote, and I chose one about names by a guy you guys might know called Bob Marley. He wrote some pretty good music. He was on this radio show, and he was being heckled by some pretty bad interviewers. And at one point, they asked him like what he would define himself as, and he said, "I don't even know my own name yet." Right? And that's kind of a confusing quote, right? You're like, what does that mean? I don't know my name yet. I'm Bob Marley, right? So, me, being someone who reads things out of context, because he probably was someone who was just frustrated and just like, I don't know my name, right? I think that it means that names are something that you kind of build upon. It's a story that you tell. Like, if I'm going to talk to Evan, right? One of my buddies here at Crew, I'm not going to be like, hey, Evan, like the name Evan, right? It's Evan, the guy who's going to be going in the Secret Service soon, right? Yeah. Evan, the guy who played baseball in high school. There's a story behind the name Evan that we know, right? So, my name is Noah Gillespie. I'll be telling you guys a little bit about how I got my name, a couple of nicknames that I got, and my favorite hobby. Okay, this is the outline. Okay, number one, my name is Noah Gillespie. Noah, for the first part, is yes, and named after the Bible Noah. My parents wanted me to be obedient to God, so they named me accordingly. If you guys know the Bible, which I assume most of you guys do in this room, you know that Noah, despite crazy ridicule from everyone around him, built an ark on dry land before the entire world got flooded, because God told him to. Okay, so, Noah. Last name, Gillespie. This one's not one that was chosen specifically. This one goes back to my heritage in Hungary. That's in Europe. And it means servant of the bishop, right? So it's part of the Catholic Church. All right, so first nickname I got when I was a baby, okay? This one's from my parents. Most babies cry a lot, they're awake a lot, they're always hungry. I was always sleeping. So my parents thought that they looked like I was hibernating, so they called me Noah Bear. Because I'm always hibernating like a bear. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you might be stupid. Okay, number two. This one's a little bit unique. I didn't get many nicknames in my life. So I was in junior year of high school, I was in this Langley Lit class, right? And there were 3 people named Noah in the same class, right? So every time my teacher, Miss Hill, would say, like, she'd do attendance, like, say, hey, is Noah here? 3 of us would go, here, same time. That's a problem, right? So we thought that something needed to change. So one person got the honor of his name still being Noah, right? One person got called his last name, so Noah Eccles became Eccles. And then me, no one knew what to call me, because I do have a middle name Thomas, but no one liked that name. And first name Noah, last name Gillespie. No one likes to say Gillespie because people say it wrong. But yeah, so we were reading this short story. It was a German short story about this little kid and who's sick, and his mom is taking care of him. And throughout this story, this mom refers to her son as Schatz. And Schatz, though in American, sounds like something you would not want to do in public or in your pants. Schatz means my treasure, or darling in German. So I spent the rest of that year being called my darling by my teacher. It's pretty cool. Yeah, okay, so those are my 2 nicknames. Next up, my favorite hobby. If you guys know me or have known me for any amount of time, you guys would know that I love aviation. Whether it's the Air Force, whether it's gliders, airplanes, I love being in the sky, no matter what I'm doing. So one thing that you guys will not believe about me is that I actually flew a glider for the first time by myself on a solo before I drove a car by myself. So I got called and I was able to go on scholarship to this small town called Mattoon, Illinois, where I got towed to 3,000 feet AGL, did a couple maneuvers and entered the pattern and landed in the runway all by myself when I'm 15 years old. So I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, so today we went over Bob Marley, his cool quote. We went over my name, where I got my name, my nickname, Noah Bear, and Schatz, and I love aviation. Thank you.